Coming at y'all with a live fourth quarter reaction to this LSU versus Mississippi State game. LSU has a 21-10 lead in the fourth quarter. Two big plays to score.
Welcome back to the SEC on ESPN. Set for the start of the fourth quarter. ESPN College Football presented by Marathon. Home of the National Baseball Champions. And Mississippi State's football team breathing a little life back into their matchup with LSU. LSU to the offense, though, to start the fourth quarter. Is with second down and 10. Just after Mississippi State scored their first offensive touchdown of the game. Bob Wischusen, and with Dan Orlovsky and Chris Button. Play action, screen, Boutte. It's a block. Very close to a first down.
Gotta get the ball in his hands. Gotta get the ball in Boutte's hands.
That brought him down, so a big 3rd and 1 to open up the fourth quarter.
Gotta get the ball in Boutte's hands.
Another team, Dan, that has a hard time running the football right now.
That first quarter, quarterback.
You gotta pick this up. 3rd and 1, you gotta be physical and pick up his first down.
Motion, he ran a dive. I think you gotta do something. Give the second level, the linebackers of this Mississippi State defense something to look at to try to get one guy out of their gap. Expect a slant by this defensive line.
Ty Davis-Price to the left of Johnson. They'll give it to Davis-Price. Very close to a first down. Well, the line judge from the near side is running right along the line to gain. It all depends on the spot. And it looks like he's got it. It is a first down for LSU. Just didn't get enough.
Barely.
Man, that's a nice job by Davis-Price. He just really put his head down and trying to go get 2 feet. I also want to mention, I'm a little disappointed. Starkville, home of the cowbell, going into the fourth quarter, the fact that they don't play For Whom the Bell Tolls as the fourth quarter song is disappointing.
Hell's Bells?
Another great one.
Okay.
Multiple options.
They can ask us for suggestions, I'm sure. Davis-Price again to the short side of the field. A yard and a half, maybe 2. Again, the pursuit from Jeff Johnson.
Gotta run the ball better than that, man. Ridiculous down.
And we have an injured player, and that is going to be a right tackle, Austin Deculus. So a banged up offensive line with a crucial injury potentially.
Fourth quarter, LSU up 21-10. Trying to come back, trying to hang on and win this game. Jazz Sports, what's good, bro? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, the Sand fam? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, bro? What's your thoughts with the defense? They played well. Of course, busted the coverage at the end, the last Mississippi State drive to basically give them some momentum and let them get back into this game. But for the most part, they played well. I'm surprised Mississippi State didn't adjust to that. It goes to the stubbornness, I'll say, of Mike Leach and absolutely not wanting to run the football whatsoever. Because LSU been 3 down linemen all game, and every now and then they went to 4 and forced their quarterback for Mississippi State to have to make throws. What's up, Jalen Simpson? What's good? What's going on, yo? Glad you could make it in. LSU is in control of this game right now. It's not pretty. Up 11. I'm glad we up. Defense, like I said, the defense has played well. The offense, they got a short field after the fumble recovery on Mississippi State first drive of the game. And then they hit 2 big plays in the third quarter. You hit Boutte on the slant, and he takes it to the house, and then an absolute blown coverage and hit Trey Palmer on a touchdown. One we missed in the UCLA game in the first half when UCLA blew a coverage and got Trey Palmer, but Max missed him that game. What's up, my brother Patrell Benjamin? Appreciate you tuning in, bro. The kid in the building. What's going on, bro? Glad you could make it in. What's up, Ricky the Wolf? Props to the Miami Heat for reaching the finals last year. Would love to see the Nets against the Heats in the Eastern Conference Finals. Well, year before. Well, technically last year, I guess you could say. But yeah, Heat and Nets. That'll be a nice one, man. But we're gonna see NBA training camp getting started Monday. I'm excited. I like the new additions that he made: PJ Tucker, Markieff Morris, Kyle Lowry. I like it. I like it. To go along with Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Bam. I like the team a lot. I think the team got a nice mix of defensive prowess and shooting. So we're gonna see how that play out. All right, getting back on. Put a drive together, get a drive together here to put this thing away,
They're roll the
man.
dice with their offensive line because Austin Deculus is over on the sideline, injured on that last play. They're already without their normal starting left tackle, Cameron Wire. He was injured in the opener, so we've got backups at both tackle spots for LSU. And after the injury timeout, second down and 8. Max Johnson, well protected over the
Come on,
for the
man.
Austin.
You gotta hit
So
that.
Hal Gannon as a play caller now
You gotta
gets
hit that
it
play,
third
man.
down. Is your Jake Peets, your strategy and philosophy effective with this banged up and inexperienced offensive line?
Don't ask those offensive linemen, specifically the tackles, to do something that they can't. Specifically the right side, Anthony Bradford, 75, just comes in after standing around for 3/4. So, help them. Hey, tailback, chip, Paul Taylor, chip the tight end, put a tight end next to him to make sure that we've got bodies. And also, you're calling a play that gets the ball out of Max Johnson's hands quickly.
Mississippi State showing blitz.
And it's really off the right side of the offense, off Bradford's side. You can try to pop a run away from it, try to screen away from it, something.
Max Johnson sees it, and now Mississippi State changes, and now a timeout has to be called by LSU.
Oh, man. Run the play, man. Run the play.
That was actually really cool because LSU changes, Mississippi State changes. They got to get out, call timeout as the right play.
Oh, another conversion. 21-10, man. Got to put a drive together, put this thing away, yo. We'll see. We'll see, man. Got to get this W. Got to get this win, obviously. Got Auburn at home next Saturday. In a game you would think could be a winnable game. The return of TJ Finley, though I know he's going to be the backup. Auburn hasn't beaten LSU in Baton Rouge since, I think in the 1990s. So you win this game, pull this game out, pull away, and you go home in a game and win that one, you may be ranked again because right now we're not ranked, which is crazy. But we'll see, man. This is a big third down and 8 play. This is a big play to try to put a little bit of separation between us. What's up, Jay Rod? Appreciate you tuning in. Yes, we need this win. Yeah, we definitely need it. It's SEC play time. We could beat Auburn at home next week. We could beat Auburn at home next week. Prime time matchup, 8 o'clock, real late start to that game. So they're making sure it's nighttime, when we get out there. But you win this one, go into that one with feeling a little good about yourself, with a little bit of momentum. Like I said, Auburn haven't beaten LSU in Baton Rouge since the 1990s. So, but this game is by all means not over. We got to score. We got to get this first down, and then find a way to put some points on the board on this drive. That was a big play just now. Max Johnson had Deion Smith on a slant. It looked like it came in pretty hot. I don't know if the ball was a little overthrown or if it went right through Smith's hand, but it was a play we had to hit. But now it's 3rd and 8. The Cowbells, that they're going to be rocking in Starkville. Their defense fired up. They want to get their pass and attacking offense back to football. So Gotta come out here, gotta get a first down, gotta move these chains. And you know, not necessarily as far as running clock, because I feel like you gotta get a touchdown on this drive to me to put the dagger in them. Touchdown, I feel like you go up 18, it could definitely put the dagger in the Mississippi State.
The toss deep Dove on a long 3rd and 8. That kept the drive going, and then he hits Michael Cox for the touchdown. Hang on, Baba Shoes, and this one's not over yet. 27-24.
Was not the update I was looking for. Lots of football still to come. And that last time out for LSU, Dan, you sensed that one was coming.
Yeah, we're right next to the LSU coaches in the press box. They changed their play at the line of scrimmage to what Mississippi State's showing. And Mississippi State starts to check, and Jake Peets, the offensive
Big third down play, man. Big third down play.
So we realized that was an important timeout. You know, 3rd down, Mississippi State is this blitz-heavy team. They haven't done it a lot. I think LSU's got to try to get the ball to the perimeter of the defense. Hold up in protection. Don't think you're going to get overload pressure and get the ball outside.
Linebackers at least showing that they might bring pressure, but they back out, rush only 4. Johnson, long wobbly throw to the sideline, incomplete for Brian Thomas.
Man, what kind of throw is that, man?
Mississippi State scored a touchdown on their last possession, and now they're about to
that?
get the ball back. Early 4th quarter.
There's 13 against Forbes. Thomas is running that hook route. Max Johnson really wants him to come out of his cut towards the sideline. Somewhat of a safe throw right there versus that tight coverage. That's the right place you gotta go. Just Forbes is really good in coverage.
Here we go, man.
Avery Atkins gets away a spiraling kick, flag out. He gets it to the sideline. Austin Williams nowhere to go. Out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. But there is a flag back in the backfield where Avery Atkins punted the ball.
Unless it's rough, and I think we're still short of a first down. I think it was 4th and 8.
Personal foul, Baker Michelle, number 54, defense. This is a 15-yard penalty forced from the previous spot with an automatic.
All right, we take that.
Absolute killer penalty.
We take that. We let y'all beat yourself.
Watch Gross right here. The redshirt freshman from Alabama. You are not allowed to leap over those LSU blockers in that punt formation. You're not allowed to.
All right. It's better than hitting the punt.
Over them.
Now you got to make them pay on that. You got to make them pay on that.
That's a huge penalty.
It doesn't go down in the box score as a turnover. That's a turnover.
100% great point.
It is the same
And
as
across the
fumbling
50.
the
You got to
ball
make
from
them
the
pay.
interception. You give LSU the ball back in plus territory when that possession was about to come to an end. And Malik Neighbors on the wide receiver screen picks up.
Was committed to Mississippi State, by the way.
The focus for LSU right now has got to be, you just got to get offensively. You have to go take advantage of it. Mississippi State's defense did a great job. Gross playing aggressive on that punt. But if you're an offense right now, Max Johnson, you got to go take advantage of that gift and try to end this football game.
And Austin Deculus back on the field at right tackle. So LSU gets one of their starting offensive linemen back. They'll run it up the middle with Ty Davis-Price. He'll pick up a couple, so now...
Got to get this third down.
Third down and about 3.
Got to get this third down.
Another tackle for the Bulldogs.
And I'll be honest with you, I would love to see LSU get their playmaker, Keyshawn Boutte, away from Emerson Forbes. I don't want him singled up at the top of the screen by himself. I'd like to see you move Boutte. If not, I want to find 80. Jack Besh, my freshman wide receiver tight end. See, I don't like the fact that they got Boutte singled up by himself.
And it is Emmanuel Forbes, top of the screen, you can see, squaring off with Boutte. Back foot press.
Oh, good play. Man, that's the first play I seen Cole Taylor make in 2 years, man.
The penalty on special teams.
That's the first play I seen Cole Taylor make as a receiver, man.
It's very similar to the touchdown that Boutte before. That's Boutte to get all out pressure, cross face with that defender.
Oh, that was a good route. That was a good route by Boutte. He made both the defenders run into each other.
The exact same thought process of the Kayshon Boutte first quarter touchdown. You get all-out blitz from the defense, quarterback just hang on for a little bit, receiver cross that defender's face, and throw him to a spot, and I think that's Forbes down.
Emmanuel Forbes and Fred Peters both ran into each other.
Yeah, they ran into each other.
Blindside full speed for Mississippi State.
Big touchdown, yo.
Almost a pick play, self-inflicted, that freed up Cole Taylor.
If you love that chicken from Papa.
Good job, man. Good job, man. Much better job in the second half, yo. What's up, Austin Zane? We will take that foul. Exactly. I feel they need to start running Boutte on the side. He could have made the last catch on third. Go Tigers. Big TD. Yeah, huge touchdown, yo. I'm not going to say the game is actually over, but you feel like at least with one more stop it is. You know what I'm saying? That was big time. That was definitely big time on that play. On the route, it looked like Boutte, they both ran like they both ran like crossing across each other. And when Cole Taylor caught the ball, it's like the guy that was covering Boutte ran into the guy that was covering Cole Taylor, which allowed him to break free and get an easy walk-in touchdown. What's up, KB Brown, Westgate High School, stand up, let's go. Hey, shout out to Westgate. Though they beat my St. Martinville Tigers Thursday night, man. Westgate put a whipping on my St. Martinville Tigers Thursday night. But shout out, that's right, Westgate, stand up, yo. New Iberia. Defense just need to do their part now, and we'll be on the Auburn. That's it. Just keep doing what you've been doing. 3-man rush. Now you know they ain't gonna run the ball. Like 3-man rush 3, rush 4, drop 7 or drop 8. Stay disciplined, stay in your area, stay in your lane, and we got this ball game, yo. Much needed win. A game that honestly, I watched College Game Day this morning, and a lot of them picked Mississippi State. You know, which something I'm gonna address in a video. Kurt Herbstreit made a comment that he don't know if LSU is focused on football going into this game, so he picked Mississippi State. A lot of people picked Mississippi State in this game. I thought LSU would win like a 9-point game. I thought the game would be much more high scoring. I was thinking more of like 38-29 or something like that. But a 17, potentially 18-point lead in the fourth quarter on the road, holding them to 10 points. That's a good performance, yo. I know they're not a great team. You know, they lost to Memphis last week, should have lost to La Tech. But at the same time, this is a place that recently we've struggled playing. And this is a team who, you know, absolutely dominated us last season when we played them. So, you know, it'll be good to get this done.
Those two running into each other caused the touchdown for Cole Taylor, but we're not sure Cole Taylor should have caught that football.
Yeah, I think so. This is Kayshon Boutte at the top of the screen. He's going to run this in route. It's great coverage by Emmanuel Forbes. And Max Johnson, it looks like, wow, what a great touchdown pass from him to Cole Taylor. Now, when you see from the back angle, look at Max Johnson's eyes. He's going to be staring to the right side of your screen. He's expecting to throw this ball to Boutte. He is not looking at Cole Taylor. That throw is to Boutte. He's just living right. Cole Taylor, right place, right time. You should not have two receivers crossing in the same section. But watch, this ball is going to get picked off by Emerson Forbes, if not for Cole Taylor being there in the collision with Fred Peters.
Yeah, I'll take
it. Max Johnson is actually trying to throw that football to Kayshon Boutte, and Cole Taylor is just right place, right time situation.
Fred Peters and Emmanuel Forbes both on the field with apparent head injuries. Forbes, it took so long to get him to even sit up. They're going to take him back to the locker room on the cart. And all of his teammates going over and making sure, at least as best they can, that he's okay. By the way, this Saturday, time to represent your school. Show us how big you're going today. Submit your best fan video this weekend and hashtag Show Your Saturday. You might just get your 15 seconds of fan fame.
Much needed one. Gotta defend. One more stop on defense, and I think we'll be all right.
Pass thrown by Max Johnson to Cole Taylor. I'm sure Max Johnson's over there going, I meant to throw it to Cole Taylor the whole time.
He hates me right now.
You've got the best cover corner probably for either team that we've seen today. Emmanuel Forbes with a head injury heading back into the locker room for Mississippi State, and the Bulldogs find themselves down by 17 again.
Yeah, you feel terrible for Emmanuel Forbes for the injury, first of all, but also, I think he's making a play on the ball that could be a game changer, so to speak. I think he's going to pick that ball off, if not for Cole Taylor running in and catching that little override.
And the lead back up to 18.
I take it,
LSU.
man.
Timeout for our
I take it. All right, defense, one more stop. One more stop, and I think we
Who holds the SEC record for most
I think we'll be all right, bro. I think we'll get it done.
You should have it if you did any research for today's game.
It's the guy that Max Johnson actually reminds me of.
Okay. Okay.
I'll give it to you. I think Max Johnson reminds me of a more athletic David Green. Remember David Green, University of Georgia? I believe when he graduated or left school, he was the all-time leading passer in yards when he left school.
Good to see the band back on the road, too.
Maybe it's
We didn't have the band for the UCLA game,
I
so
think it's David Green.
it's pretty cool to see them back on the road.
See if you're right. I'm not gonna show you white whammy. I'm gonna make you sweat it out a little bit. As Avery Atkins will kick it off once again. He has not given Tulu Griffin a chance to bring one back yet today. And once again, Tulu will watch that one sail to the back of the end zone. How about the answer? Smart athletic trivia question. Well, you're right. Who holds the SEC record for most passing yards in a game?
I was about to say, Andy Costello for last year.
As I told you, if you did your research for today's game, then you would have known the answer to this question. Last year, AJ Costello for Mississippi State against LSU.
I just really wanted to get my David Green comp in.
Good job. There's a bomb, and it's incomplete. Intended.
Defense played well today, especially the corners that stepped in for there was no Darius Stingley.
Bend but don't break perfection for the most part today.
Yeah, part of it was last year was strictly man coverage, and they had guys running from one side of the field to the other all the time and bad communication. But to your point, Bob, it's been a really disciplined approach. We came into this game talking about this defense, saying if you put your eyes in the right place and when you're in zone, you're in the right position, you got a chance to be good. And I think we've seen that for the better part of 3.5 quarters.
Rodgers to Marks.
Could have got it. Man, Texas beat Texas Tech 70-28, and they still got like 10 minutes left in that game. Wow.
Interesting moment with Will Rogers on the sideline. He had a long conversation with Leach that went to the very end of the field to gather himself for a moment, but rallied his troops and we got this, guys, before they ran out here.
Well, they do have a lot of time, but now just about no margin for error as Christian Ford.
I want to play too strong.
I'm not sure if they can have another
Vanderbilt terrible, man. Georgia up for Vanderbilt 62-0. 7 minutes left.
With 10 minutes
That's a terrible program, football
This is the
program
challenge.
right
He
now.
still has to stay patient with the football. You know you're going to have to take some chances and put it into harm's way at some point, but you're going to have to stay patient and gather your completions on early downs.
Rodgers over the middle once again to Marks, and he spins for a first down.
For Will Rogers right now, it is, and I just mentioned, getting your completions. LSU at some point, you got to anticipate them coming up and playing press man coverage. When that happens, you have to hit your shot. Maybe it's not towards Eli Ricks, but maybe it's towards Dwight McGlothern that's replacing Derek Stingley.
Draw play. Marks
Yeah, it's a random ball.
picks up about
Exactly.
4. Now, if you're LSU, why would you at some point play press man coverage? You've got a 3-score lead with 10 minutes to go. Why would you not be content to keep on doing what you're doing? And that is, I will give you whatever you want underneath and in front of me, and I will just have my teammates and I rally and make tackles and exchange yardage for time.
Eventually you want to attack as a defense. It's always the case. They'll give you an opportunity at some point.
We have an injury timeout, so we'll step aside for just a moment. Under 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
(28-10) LSU with like 9 minutes left in the game. Mississippi State moving the ball. They're across the 50. And, they playing back a little bit, kind of giving up a lot of stuff underneath. Let's see. Probably because of the shocker upset last season and lots of injuries this game. I really think the problem with this team is coaching, man. I don't understand how we have a top 5 recruiting class every season like we should, never fall out of top 10. Yeah, I mean, that's something. We did a good job today. I'm gonna say that we did a good job today with coaching, especially defensively. We forced Mississippi State to be patient, and they really don't want to be patient. Offensively, we hit some big plays. We didn't really put a lot of drives together. We got a lot of big scoring plays, but scores are scores. We got to continue to get better though and improve. But I take the win today. What's up, BD the man? You think Alabama playing? I don't know what you're talking about. Like nobody said nothing about Bama. What's up, Mike TV? Do y'all play Florida? We do. Forgot I think this October 16th, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, in 3 weeks, I think I'll be there. That's what's up. Vanderbilt nice in baseball. Vanderbilt really nice in baseball. really, really nice in baseball. One game at a time. Yeah, gotta close this one out. Obviously not completely over yet, though I like our chances right now, of course, but it's still like 9 minutes left. They trash the football though, man. They terrible, man. I actually got to pick a bone with Vanderbilt because by Vanderbilt being so bad and firing their coach, we missed out on we missed out on getting Marcus Freeman because Notre Dame defensive coordinator took the Vanderbilt head coaching job, and which allowed Notre Dame defensive coordinator job to open, which Marcus Freeman took. So we'll see. What's up, Malar Sosa? Is LSU playing Southern next year? I gotta go see. I know we agreed with Southern in the future. I think it's next year or year after. I know it's coming up soon, but I can't wait for that one, man. That's gonna be a lot of fun. How did the safeties do today? They did okay. Cordell Flott played really, really well today. Forced the fumble, got an interception. We did solid today. Played a whole lot of zone coverage.
Johnson just hit the field goal. They played jump around in Soldier Field. And then Chris Tyree says, you know what, pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. 97-yard
kickoff. Oh, wow. Notre Dame got a kickoff
from Wisconsin in almost 10 years.
Well, Matt, back here in Starkville. And on second down, medium, Makai Polk drags across the middle and makes a 4-yard catch. So with Scott Lashley, the right tackle, with an apparent right leg injury over on the sideline for Mississippi State. Their offensive line thinned out a bit, and they're trying to keep the game alive. Under 9.5 minutes to go, down by 18, third down. Rodgers, screen pass, caught, Makai Polk gets close. In the secondary, down close to the 20-yard line. Brought down at about the 22, a game 17.
You're nothing quick and easy now.
It's an outstanding job by Christian Ford on the block. Polk press up, comes back down the line of scrimmage, runner's ball, and run away from those defenders across the field. Beautiful execution of the perimeter screen.
Sixth catch of the day for Polk. He averages over 8 receptions per game, top 5 in college football. And off to Marks, up the middle. He keeps driving his legs into the red zone, down inside the 15-yard line. That's 8 more for Mississippi State. Another tackle for Jamal Clark.
Situation for this offense. LSU's giving you two high safeties, still kind of this cover 2, cover 4, where they're taking half the field. You really want to put a safety in stress. Is there a way to send 2 people up a seam, give Will Rogers an inside-out read?
Rogers looking inside, and he'll throw one over the middle, and that's caught again by the Tide. First down to the 5-yard line. Goal to go for Mississippi State. 9 more
He in the rhythm now.
Nice job. They sent 2 guys down the left hash, replace him with Polk. He's got a shallow cross, sits in the zone. Rogers sees it the same way.
And off to Marks inside the 5, tripped up at about the 3.5-yard line. It's a 3-score game. Clock winding down with 7:45 to go.
Oh, defense.
You want to get
Tighten
the ball in the
up.
end zone and get the right play call, but there's a lot of time ticking off the clock here. That could be valuable later.
Situation where you love a little ball fake. Just get a second-level linebacker hang for a second and try to put over his head.
Rogers, swing pass. Marks looking for the punt.
Oh, good time.
Reaches the ball out.
Good job, bro.
And did not get there. It will be 3rd down and goal from the 2. Another tackle for Major Burns.
Oh, that was Burns.
It's a really good job by Major Burns. Just a little good
Yeah, that was a
block
good
by
play.
Polk, and then watch Burns come through the screen. Yeah, right there to get him out about the 2-yard line. I still think a little ball fake. This
What, dude?
LSU defense is flying to the football so much. Just a little flash fake to get him to step up, and maybe you can throw something towards the crossbar.
With 7 minutes to go. Slant at the goal line. Williams.
Oh,
Backs its way in for the touchdown.
man, come on. You got to hold him, man. Who that was?
And Austin Williams gets it across.
They had him stop, and then he broke from him.
Mississippi State makes it a 2-possession game again.
Another good drive by Mississippi State's offense. It's a great job by Williams of getting in.
It's the
Back
more
to the
clock, man.
defense,
Come
strong
on,
legs.
man. You got to hold him up, man.
Nice job
They had
finding the
him.
end zone. He's been a reliable receiver today, really reliable in the middle of the field.
He ain't made over yet.
Olin McCord's extra point is good. 6:48 remaining. The lead back down to 11. LSU.
28-17 LSU.
For an SEC opening win on the road, but they're playing with heavy hearts today.
Yeah, it's been
6:40.
a difficult 2 weeks for the LSU Tigers because running backs coach Kevin Falk, his daughter Tavion Falk, passed away
Yes, prayers to
unexpectedly
Kevin
on
Falk's
September
family, man.
13th. They held a funeral yesterday in Lafayette, Louisiana. The running backs all went. The coaching staff, the leadership council, all attended the funeral yesterday. In their game last week, they had decals on the helmet with her initials. So heavy hearts this LSU team is playing with in memory of Tavion Falk.
My thoughts and prayers go out to the Falk family. It's a lot for a program, a lot for the kids and the coaches to kind of take on.
Every good thought and prayer, as you said, to Kevin Falk and his family.
Yeah.
One of those things, you know, it's a family. Your teammates and your coaches, but very much so as a family. And when one hurts, kind of we all hurt.
LSU is now guarding against the onside kick with 6:48 to go, a 2-possession game. Mississippi State has their timeouts. They've got Josh Williams back at about the 20-yard line, but the other 10 players for LSU, the hands team, up, expecting that this kick would not go deep. You have to think, though, that with 6:48 on the clock, the percentage play is still to kick this thing deep. Although, I guess better safe than sorry with a flag down. A delay of game called on Mississippi State. They'll have to back up and kick it from their 30-yard line now.
Delay game, kicking team, 5-yard penalty.
One of the things that I've always thought about with the new rule in college football with the fair catch, and it becomes a touchback, is the smart thing for LSU to do is protect against the onside kick, because you're likely telling your kids, hey, kick off inside the 5-yard line, we're fair catching it anyway, so you're protecting against the bad, and your end result return-wise is likely going to be the same as it would have been.
Goodman will send it deep. And there is your fair catch by Josh Williams. Big play
Offense. Get a drive together, milk this clock, close this thing out.
Early on with the RPO fake, he reads the safety. Keyshawn Boutte, your job, cross face in the corner, and then replace that leaving safety. Beautiful ball by Max Johnson. Equals an early touchdown. Then we condense our formation. We're going to send our receiver crossing safety, jumps down. Bad vision by the Mississippi State secondary. Put the ball over the top with the leverage recreated. And then third down, all out pressure. Then a little right. That ball's expected to go to Keyshawn Boutte, Cole Taylor. Right place, right time for this LSU offense. But it has been the big play through the air that has generated so much success. Look at that second half. 10 completions, 3 touchdowns, almost 200 yards for Max Johnson.
Up the middle goes Ty Davis-Price. As all 3 of those second half touchdown passes for Max Johnson had at least 41 yards or more.
Big plays. Big plays. You know, the RPO I loved. One of my notes at halftime was both teams got to run more RPO, so I loved that. And then the scheme, the touchdown to Palmer was great.
5 yards right up the middle for Ty Davis-Price on first down against the Mississippi State defense. You have to think right now needs to sell out to stop the run.
They're a defense that is predicated on early down pressure, first and second down pressure and movement. So you want to continue to rely on who you are and challenge this LSU offensive line to pick you up.
Johnson took the play clock down to 4 before handing it off to Davis-Price again. And this time he's going nowhere. Wrapped up and thrown back. Jack Harris was there.
And there it is.
State, a loss of 1. And now it looks like Mike Leach is going to call his first time out.
This run game is terrible. That don't make no sense to not be, for LSU to not be able to run the football at all.
Used by Mike Leach. Again, as soon as we're done here on ESPN, to the
No sense, yo,
next week up,
for this team to not be able to run the football at all, man. It's a big 3rd and 6, 5:54 left. Gotta pick this up. Gotta pick this first down up, yo.
I mean, from opening kickoff to final gun to put points on the board.
You know where I am with Clemson's offense. Yeah, they're talented on the perimeter with their big receivers, and DJ Uiagalelei is an incredibly talented quarterback. I love their offensive coordinator, Tony Elliott. The scheme is too far behind in college football times. They don't use enough motion. They don't condense splits enough. They don't utilize progression-based drop-back football. DJ's too inconsistent. Their offensive line gets beat at the line of scrimmage way too often.
Big 3rd down and 6 here. Are you throwing the ball if you're LSU?
I am. I'm throwing the ball. I'm not anticipating crazy pressure. The last time Mississippi State brought it, we heard it. I'm thinking 3 or 4 man rush. Again, ball's got to get to the perimeter. I'm testing the corner at the bottom of the screen.
The blitz. There's the throw. Bobbles. Caught on the carrot. Looks like it was by Fish, but short of the first down.
Caught it?
And now they say incomplete.
There's no way, right?
I don't think he caught that.
It looked as if there was a chance he kept the ball off the turf. At the very least, it would take a lot of time off the clock if this is ruled to be a completion. And he gets hand under the football.
Might have caught it.
They ruled it an incompletion on the field.
Might have caught that. Matt, either way, Max missed it.
Tremendous effort.
You put the ball in, like right here, it's an easy first down.
Bouncing off the field, but did he get his right hand underneath it? Yes, they have.
And see, it's 2 parts for me. That, and then on the carom, does Preston push the ball out? See, I think his right hand is underneath that. And now on this carom where he tries to go catch it as it's floating over his head, does Sean Preston, number 12, come and punch it into the ground at all? As he kind of rolls over.
don't think so. I think if you rule that he got his right hand under the ball at first, I think that is a catch. To me, I think the only thing that makes this an incompletion is if you say right there, that ball hit the ground.
And one of the benefits, you know, is with Besh wearing those white gloves, you can kind of confirm with the contrast of the
might have caught
his hand is actually under the ball or
You
not.
might have caught that.
After another field stands, 4th down.
So they're saying that based on the fact that they ruled it incomplete on the field,
guess not.
they did not have to.
Either way, he was wide open. Max, he was wide open for a first down, and Max threw it at his feet. Like if you stand in the pocket a little longer and hit him, it's an easy first down. But here we go, we punting the ball back to him, yo.
Wally on the return. The stifle. And gets bottled up at his own 34-yard line. So Mississippi State.
Yeah, Keyshawn Butte is out there on punt coverage defense.
It is for you. 29 seconds left. Travis Levy right up the gut, lowers his shoulder, and Boston College has regained the lead, 34-31.
Yes. I mean, we can talk about Will Rogers and the day he's had today. But
We gotta talk about the Jeff Hatley-led Eagles.
Will Rogers.
Come on, D.
166 yards, and here he goes, back to work. Taking what the defense
good job.
gives, and it's not much. Malik Heath for a yard.
Fly played a good game today, yo.
A big thing
Cordell
for
Fly played a
Rodgers
real
is
good
to
game.
understand you have plenty of time left.
Do you?
Absolutely.
You need 2 scores, 2 timeouts, 5:15 to go.
Yeah, the goal is to get it to a one-score game, and you can't do that if you're forcing the football. Take your completions.
He's going to run here. Take some yards that are given to him.
All right, third down.
Inbounds by Clark. 3 yards shy of a first down. Obviously 4 down territory here for Mississippi State. Rogers has completed 9 in a row.
I say here, LSU is still in this 3-man front. You can pop your run here. You can pop run and go get your first down.
And there's a first down catch. Christian Ford able to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. And that stops the clock for the moment. Now it starts again. 4.5 minutes to go. The 3-man rush.
Get him.
Again, an underneath throw.
Man, we're holding on.
We're going to flat it down.
Oh, yeah, that's the hold.
You're going to get
Dylan Johnson.
Bring him
you
back
get
and go.
offensive lineman downfield, Bobby. You see that was that screen.
Whole lot, whatever. It looked like they held that
Will
again.
Johnson. Oh, excuse me, Will Rogers.
And another receiver downfield.
I'll take that too.
Still first down.
One stop, yo, we put this thing away. One stop and we put this thing away, bro.
Just really the right guard Johnson. It's tough on the offensive line. They think the ball is out right now. So they're told follow, and they don't necessarily know that Rodgers has had to do that kind of double clutch. So a little bit on the quarterback right there to try to make sure that ball gets out on time.
And the clock starts rolling again. First and 15. Rodgers, again well protected. Again, it's Dylan Johnson. Short of the first down. 2, maybe 3 yards. So that will keep the clock rolling. He picked up 12.
Keep taking your completions. They've done such a nice job in their shallow cross game. Mississippi State has as these shallow crosses are coming in. They're seeing the defenders in zone drop out, sit it down. Ball placement by Rodgers, catch and turn.
Scott Lashley, the right tackle, able to get back in there, but that took a lot of time. Rodgers, again, middle of the field. Dylan Johnson, first down, stops the clock, at least for the moment. You can sense the crowd was getting antsy because they were waiting to run their next play because they took 2 350-pound guys and had to substitute. Took a long time to make that substitution.
There you go.
Hand off to Johnson. He's got about 6.5 more.
I love the tempo by Will Rogers, just the body language. Hey, urgency, and backs do a good job of getting out in their checkdowns.
Flag down. A false start is going to be called against Mississippi State.
False start.
Gotta get a stop, man. A turnover, interception, sack, something, man.
Still second down.
This offense is doing a good job of getting these snaps off the receivers. It's really important for them to get set. You know, it's not worth it to have your feet set and then, oh, I'm supposed to be 6 inches wider on my split. Just get set.
When you're running your offense here, are you doing it in any way with the mentality of we want to score quickly enough that we don't have to onside kick? Or is it only about, regardless of time, we just have to get the ball into a position where we can score? As Rodgers steps up, he'll take off the run, and he'll pick up a first down.
I think it's regardless, we got to get it to a one-score game because a lot of it is dictated on what the defense does for you. You can't try to force that touchdown in a certain amount of time. That's how you get yourself in trouble. And I think Rodgers is displaying a great ability to just take what the defense is giving him right now.
Hand off to Marks. And that guy for only 3 yards gets the crowd again to react. And now Mike Leach will spend timeout number 2. Well, that's also the way.
Mississippi State.
And now you're down to 2:23 to go with only 1 timeout remaining. Now,
2 minutes and 27 seconds.
regardless of whether or not you kick a field goal or score a touchdown, you are in onside kick.
Yeah, and real quick, because I understand the crowd is booing. It's a 3-man rush. 8 guys are dropping. You can't force the ball and game over because I forced an interception. Your job, get to a one-score game. They're doing that.
Let's get back to Matt.
All right, guys, Notre Dame getting a little bit of separation behind Connecticut's own Drew Pine. The backup is in. Kevin Austin over the middle. Right now, 24-13, midway through the fourth quarter.
The Nutmeg State, you cannot sleep on the football talent in the Nutmeg State.
Especially the quarterbacks that come out of there.
Exactly.
Kids can play.
Lordy.
Now, I think it's a good conversation because, again, you got to time. Gary Kubiak, the head coach of mine at the Houston Texans, always said, you got to end, if you throw a pick and end the game, that's on us. If we get the 4th and goal and we don't score, okay.
Defense will be looking. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Ali Gay just gave Mississippi State 35 yards, so now they're knocking on the door of the red zone. 2nd down and 2.
And the big thing you're preparing right now is also if you score, you're going for 2. You know, you're taking this 11-point game and make it into a 3-point game. So focus, continue to stay patient if you're Will Rogers and take your completions. Force LSU to tackle while they're tired.
Come on, dude.
He's now hit 13 in a row on the top hole.
Making it harder than it should be.
To the 16-yard line.
And if you're LSU, you're doing the right thing on defense. You're forcing the underneath throw like you have all game. And you're allowing this clock to wind down. So it's both sides. Another 5-6 yards. That's when you're getting to a point, Will Rogers. All right, ball's got to get challenged down the field and put in harm's way potentially.
4-man rush. This time he's looking all through the hands of Malik Heath in the front left corner of the end zone. Heath with a frustrated slap of the hands. I think he knows he came that close to making it a 1-score game.
Yeah, it's a play very similar to what they ran at the end of the first half. It's just one-on-one with Heath in the field by himself. You know, I'd love to see Makai Polk have that opportunity. We've seen it twice with Heath, and they've been close touchdowns. I'd love to see if they can get Polk into that one-on-one with all that space to the field.
Another pass into danger along the sideline intended for Jameer Calvin. Now it will be 3rd down and 10, and Calvin's slow to get up.
It's a long throw, right hash to the left. Trying to get that out route to Calvin in a condensed space with that underneath defender and corner driving. I really like their middle of the field game, Mississippi State. I really would love to see that high-low of the defense. And if you get it underneath, catch it, turn where the quarterback throws the ball.
3rd down.
The defense.
Rogers. Wheel route down the sidelines. Wide open for a walking touchdown for Marks. And now the two-point conversion attempt will follow.
The Achilles heel shows up for LSU. Gives it completely blown coverage. Watch the corner at the top of the screen. Here's the back. Marks pre-releases on the rail route. Ricks follows the shallow cross. One person's playing man, one person's playing zone. Uncovered tailback. It's the same stuff this defense gave up against UCLA, and it's the same stuff they gave up against Central Michigan last week.
Marks empties the backfield. Rogers looks his way. Now he's extending the play. It's a schoolyard attempt. It's a jump ball with a flag.
What? No, y'all foul. It's the flag, though.
What an effort once again by Woody Marks. Just that close to getting a toe down for a two-point play, but we have a flag down on the far side of the field.
I mean, Damone Clark absolutely tackled Woody Marks.
And Marks still almost was able to convert.
Holding. Defense number 18.
So now they'll put the ball at the 1.5-yard line.
There goes Woody Marks. They're going to start on the left. He's going to free release to the right. They're just trying to get a pick play out to him. And watch Damone Clark. Plays it well, is in the right spot. That's not holding.
Slam. Yes, the two-point play is there. Point kick. 1:53 to go, and it's a long way from over. A field goal now separates LSU and Mississippi State.
Oh, bruh. They got one timeout left.
Good job with the motion. He wins.
Submitted and something left.
Great ball placement sitting in that soft spot.
Clearly, we got to get a first down on offense.
I'm upset about this, though, because I don't think that's a holding penalty on Damone Clark. The initial two-point play, Woody Marks goes out in motion. I think there's just like a little bit of a trip of the feet. I mean, he hits him, but it's behind the line of scrimmage. There's no tug there. I just think their feet get collided behind the line of scrimmage. Ball's not in the air. So if I'm an LSU fan, I am upset with that flag.
Well, now all that separates LSU from securing this game is securing this onside kick. They have their hands team out there. Boutte on one side. And Brian Thomas, the freshman, on the other.
We might get to run it out if we recover it, looking at the time.
That ball is batted around. That's not going to travel the necessary 10 yards unless LSU touched it. Did LSU come up and touch the football, or was it contacted first by Mississippi State? It didn't even come close to going the necessary 10 yards.
You call something, ref?
It looked to me that Mississippi State had touched that ball first.
Yeah.
Illegal touching. Kicking team number 7. The ball belongs to the receiving team at that spot. First down.
That's absolutely the right call. As Woody Marks touched the ball after it traveled probably only 6, maybe 7 yards.
Good job by the front people hitting. That ball basically pops right into Woody Marks' lap.
53 seconds. Thank you.
So Mississippi State down with only one timeout remaining.
And these should be 3 straight runs for LSU, because that worst case scenario, you're going to give the ball back potentially with about 20 seconds to go on the clock.
You would probably be punting with less than 20 seconds to go on the clock. And that's if Mississippi State gets what is a must-get stop to have any hope.
I take knees here. I'm not putting the ball in harm's way at all. I'm taking a knee, 3 straight plays. First down, Mississippi State will call their time.
Come on, man. Let's go hold up, man. It's our ball.
The only thing about taking a knee...
Come on, Mike Leach. You lost. Move out the way.
4 seconds less to do than running a play.
Holding up the game. You lost.
That Mississippi State can still have at their disposal.
Sure.
You
got stuff to do, man.
What? That factors into the decision, but you're right. If you do just take a knee, if you're Max Johnson, then at least the head coach.
Mississippi State is challenging the rolling on the field.
Challenging what? Challenging what?
And I'm not sure what aspect of this play Mike Leach is challenging. Unless he's going to say, based on replays they've seen up at the booth, that an LSU player got a hand in and maybe touched it, rather than it contacting March 1st.
I want you to educate me and educate our viewers, Bobby Show.
Well, the ball has to go 10 yards, unless LSU comes up and touches it. But if it doesn't go 10 yards, and the first player to touch it is a Mississippi State player, then, as the officials said on the field, that's illegal touching.
Well, it does not matter, correct? It does not matter that he gets blocked into the ball, correct?
No.
That is not a rule. I mean, if you're Mississippi State, it's worth the challenge. You have the experience of last week, right, where the officiating crew doesn't help you with the way they handled that situation.
I don't know what they
possibly got hurt last week on a couple of aspects of that freaky punt return touchdown against Memphis, where an official came in and waved the play at least for a half a second dead, and maybe some of the Mississippi State players stopped. On top of that, there were 2 players from Memphis on the field, both wearing 4.
Right.
And that's illegal. That should have been a 5-yard penalty. So there should have been multiple things that played in the Bulldogs' favor.
I want to go back to the should we take a knee or do we hand the ball off situation. This is also, because your point of taking 3 or 4 seconds off the clock is fair, but it's also one where you teach your quarterback, Max Johnson, take the snap, backpedal a step or 2, hover, you tell your guys protect, and then you put your knee down. That burns 3 seconds, because if you keep punt the ball off with 20 seconds to go.
The roll on the field of illegal touching is confirmed. Mississippi State is charged a 3rd and final charge timeout.
So now, as I said, it won't matter, because when you challenge, if you're unsuccessful, you lose a timeout. That's the last
We'll take out 3 knees and go home.
Now there's no reason to even have the debate. Now it's victory formation for us.
Take out 3 knees and go home. Full.
I think it's the right challenge on Mike Leach. You might have one play if everything works out in your situation as an offense. Yeah. I mean, every completion that's short of a first down is 15 seconds minimum run. So it's a worthy challenge to use that last time out.
What is he talking about, bro? Bro, you lost.
I guess Mike Leach wants to get his challenge in, denied, and maybe get 2, 3, 4 more cents in, and have it explained to him why the challenge was unsuccessful. But this game is now academic. And you know what? For LSU to come on the road against a team that you gave up close to 630 yards passing to next season, and 44 points, to allow them to score 25 today, but at the same time do such a good job for such a long stretch of the game defensively, keeping it in front of it. It's a really good win for Edward Orgeron's team to begin SEC play.
I completely agree, and the plan was really good. Impressed by the plan by Orgeron and Durante Jones, their defensive coordinator, of forcing that patient football out of Mississippi State. And then if you're Mississippi State, you're bummed because of the missed opportunities and the mistakes that you kind of had your hand in that potentially took some points off the board.
Let's head back to that.
All right, guys, what a finish between Boston College and Missouri. Harrison Mevis, 56-yard field goal to tie it. He makes it. BC had the ball first. They would score a touchdown. So Missouri's turn, and Brandon Sebastian, the interception to seal it for BC. What a finish in Chestnut Hill, 41-34 to win.
Wow. As Max Johnson takes a knee once again. As a BC guy, I'm really happy with the result, but I'm also really happy I didn't live through that. Because that's a 56-yard field goal. Was sailing through the uprights. I would not have been a happy camper.
That's a happy guy right there, Coach O.
It deserves to be.
I remember we did the LSU Texas A&M game last year, and that was with TJ Finley at quarterback, and he had a really nice performance, and the conversation was always, well, Max Johnson's there, and we want to give him a chance. And you talk about a guy that has had an opportunity at LSU, and he's kind of taken off, and he's emerging as one of the better players at quarterback in this whole conference.
All right.
A late push from Mississippi State.
LSU gets the win, 28-25. One and on the SEC.
Hold on,
3-1 overall. Big game next Saturday night at home against the Auburn Tigers. Appreciate y'all watching the stream. Stay tuned for the post-game video. Till then, y'all have a blessed one. Go Tigers.